What's up, guys? It's your girl Tech Job Tina signing in. It's Saturday night. I said, hey, let me go ahead and shoot a little video because I have some really exciting news for you guys and I want to share it. I promised you I would take you on this journey with me, and I wanted you guys to know that I have officially landed a tech job. So yeah, folks, Tech Job Tina now has a tech job. So really excited about this. I've broken into tech, and I gotta tell you, when I started this channel, I knew it was really ambitious of me. It was really gutsy of me to start a channel, call it Tech Job Tina, before I even had a tech job. And I gotta be honest with you, when I started the channel and I started this journey, I didn't really know how it was gonna lay out. All I knew is I was going to make it happen, right? So here we are, 2 weeks after I finished the course, broke into tech. So I can tell you now for certain that this right here, it works. It works. It really does. You follow the blueprint that's laid out in the course, you will break into tech. Now, how fast you break into tech is really up to you. If you want to push the pedal to the metal and really full speed ahead, you can break into tech in 2 weeks after that course, just like I did and just like others before me have done. That is no cap. It can be done. So I really want to lay out for you guys the steps that I took to break into tech. Okay, so I'm going to give you the 5 steps that I took that helped me break into tech in 2 weeks. Step number 1, I sought out training. I knew I could not break into tech without some know-how. I'm coming from a non-traditional background. I've never had a tech job before. So what I did was I went out on these internets and I did my research. And one thing I was looking, well, actually 2 things I was looking for. I needed something affordable and I needed something quick. So after all of my research, I decided on Coursecareers. I did Coursecareers. It was $450 and I could finish the course in less than 30 days. Boom. Step number 2. Networking. Okay, the course teaches you how to optimize your LinkedIn. Now, what does that mean exactly? In summary, it means setting up your LinkedIn page in a way that you look attractive to recruiters and hiring managers. That's everything from having a professional headshot to having a professional page that has your experience and your skills. It also means making valuable connections. The course teaches you the value in having 500 plus connections. So they actually teach you how to go about doing that. There's something that happens in the LinkedIn algorithm when you get 500 plus connections. So that is your goal when you're on LinkedIn. Okay, professional headshot, professional looking page, make valuable connections, get at least 500 plus connections so that you get the favor of the algorithm gods on LinkedIn, right? So that was number 2. Number 3, you want to start applying, okay? You finished the course, you've optimized your LinkedIn, now it's time to start applying for your job, right? There's 2 ways you can apply. You can strategic apply or you can mass apply. There are other students in Coursecareers that some of them do one or the other, some of them do both, right? Personally, I think it's better to strategically apply, and that's the way the course teaches you how to do it, because really you really can get a job a lot faster if you be a little bit more strategic about it as opposed to doing a mass apply way. And let me break down the difference. Okay, so strategic apply, when you handpick a number of companies that you want to work for, right? You do your research on those companies, you know the product that they sell, you know the culture, you know what the pay is going to be like, you know the benefits. You've actually reached out to other employees within the company to get an idea and a feel for whether it's a good company to work for, and you've came to the conclusion that you want to work there, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to go and you're going to figure out who's the recruiter for this company, who's the hiring manager for this company, and you're going to create personal outreach to try to get your name in front of those decision makers, right? So what you're going to do, you're going to craft a nice email, maybe a nice LinkedIn message. You might even pick up the phone and call them, especially if you're tech sales, because your job is going to be the cold call. So you might as well do the job to get the job, right? So that's one way to do it, strategically applying. And what this does is it puts your name to the top of the stack. Instead of you just applying and not making any contact with anybody, just praying and hoping somebody calls you, you're taking the power into your own hands and you're saying, I've chosen these companies, I've researched these companies, I am personally going to outreach or reach out to the decision makers within those companies to let them know, hey, I applied for your job, I'm interested, here's why I'm the best person for the job, and yada yada, right? That's strategic applying. Second thing you can do, you can mass apply, which is what most people do. Okay, you apply to hundreds, 200s, 300s of jobs, and you just hope somebody calls you. Mass apply, right? You could do a combination of both, but I definitely recommend you strategic apply if you want to get your foot in the door faster, okay? Then once you do that, step number 4, you should be getting some interviews. So now step number 4, you need to practice your interview approach, okay? There are a standard list of questions in the tech world that most hiring managers are going to ask you. Questions like, tell me about yourself. How do you handle rejection? How do you handle stress? Tell me about a time when you had to do X, Y, Z, or whatever it is, okay? There's a standard list of questions floating around on the internet. Course Careers gives you very specific questions. What you want to do is get that list of standard questions that are asked during tech interviews, and you want to study your answers to that question, okay? One thing you don't want to do, you do not want to go into an interview winging it, because they are going to know and they're going to eat you alive and you're not going to get that job, okay? You have to prepare. So what that means is study your answers to questions. You know, when people say, tell me about yourself, you got it. You got it. You don't got to think about it. You don't got to stumble. You know your resume, okay? Don't forget, they're looking at your resume. They know what's on there. Okay, you should too. You should know your resume better than them. So study your resume, study your answers. You want to show up to your interview, you want to be tight. You want to be tight with it. They can tell the difference. They interview people all the time. So definitely practice, right? So that's step number 4. Step number 5, the last step. If you've done step number 1, step number 2, step number 3, and step number 4 correctly, you will get step number 5. Step number 5 is breaking into tech. So those are the 5 steps that I took to get here. I hope you get something out of this. I hope you learn from it. Got any questions? Just, hey, comment below. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. That's all I got for now, y'all. Tech job, Tina. Got a tech job. Peace.